Hey, what's up guys, it's Green Alien here, and today I'm just going to show you my my new PC. It's an Alienware Aurora R4 ALX. So yeah, it's got a i7 3820, 16 gigabytes RAM. I swapped out my RX 480 from my Area 51 into it, so it's got RX 480 8GB from XFX, sorry. And 1 TB hard drive. So yeah, up top for the R3 and R4 models on your I/O port, you get two USBs, a USB 3, a microphone, and a audio connector. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's your hard drive indicator. Power button. It's a little wonky, like the seller noted in the listing. You can't like fully, well, you can like fully press it in, but sometimes it takes a couple tries. The front bezel is unfortunately missing, and yeah, that's pretty much just the case. So I'll go ahead, show you what it does when it turns on, show you through the BIOS, and show you guys the active venting, and the AlienFX. So yeah, let's get right into this video. It's got a loud startup. Vents open up. Press F2. There's the BIOS. 3.6 gigahertz. It's a quad core, hyper threaded. As I said, 16 gigabytes of RAM at 1600 megahertz. It is a DDR3 SD RAM, though, so. So we're just gonna let it boot up into Windows. And I installed Windows, like, it was Wednesday when I got the computer. So on Wednesday I installed Windows. I had some trouble because if you guys watched my Area 51 video, I noted that the seller removed the dual 7870s and the the SSD, and with that he left the storage configuration in RAID mode, which didn't detect my hard drive when I first booted into Windows, when I tried to install it. So I spent about an hour on Alienware/Dell's support lines with nobody that could help me because I don't have the previous owner's information, so I can't transfer the ownership into my name and update like any warranty stuff or any billing stuff for the computer, unfortunately. Unless I do happen to find out who the original owner is, I get into contact with him. So yeah, go ahead and load up Command Center. Takes a little while to load. Alright, so there's all my lighting stuff. I have it set on the theme right now, so I will try to make a new theme and then show you guys like how you can customize the lighting. New theme. You go into advanced mode, which is the mode that I normally use, and right now I have it on my regular setting, which is what I normally have it on, and I set it to where it morphs through all the colors. So it goes from blue to purple to pink to red to yellow to orange to green to cyan, back to blue, and it just restarts the cycle. So, say if you guys wanted to do that and you have an Aurora or Area 51 and you want it to like go through all the colors, what you need to do is you need to like find out what colors would morph to the next color. It's hard to explain, but like basically you would think about it. Red would morph to green. So blue would morph to red. That's purple, pink, red. You add another action. You go to back to morph. You go red to green. Oh, my bad. Red, green. And then I forget what the last setting was, but actually no, it was green back to blue. So you go to back to morph and you just hit OK. And now that's set to zone 1. You watch zone 1, which is the alien head. Apply. And now that will morph through all the colors. And the rest of it is blue because it changed my settings because I made a new theme. So I'm just going to go back to my theme that I have normally. Hit apply. And now it's back on my theme. So now I'll show you guys my thermal controls. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention one thing. If you want smooth transactions between the colors, so they're not all like flashing together, make sure you put your tempo on the lowest setting possible. That'll make sure that they sort of like blend together, and like they don't like. It's hard to explain, but yeah. So you have all your temperature sensors. Right now they're at 23 degrees Celsius, and the CPU pump shows you its status. You can set your thermal control to either auto or manual. So that's for the PCI fans and the hard drive fans. Here's your vent settings. You can choose to have flare vents on startup, which is what it did when I first started on in the beginning of the video. It flared the vents up. Vents are still up. So say you want the vents closed, go ahead and apply, and it gives you a little verification noise. Hit the fan, and I'm pretty sure it's the PCI fan. I'm not 100% sure, but when I did do the noise, or made it do the noise, and I checked back with the fan setting, the PCI fan spiked up to 2,000 RPMs. So, say you just want it, at a medium, you don't want it completely closed, but you don't want it completely open. You hit apply. They pop open just a little bit. And say you want them fully open, hit apply. And usually, when these computers were first new, the active venting system would be a little bit more smooth. So now you just gotta kind of like pick it up with like your fingers a little bit if you want it like fully open. And usually I'll pop the front I/O shield so all the fins are open except for the back one, because that one unlatches the side panel. And unfortunately I'm not gonna take the computer off the table and remove the side panel because it's more of a hassle just to unplug everything, and for some reason on this particular case it's really hard to get the side panel off. I have no idea why, but yeah, so basically what I did to the computer when I first got it was I sorry, I opened it up, I dusted the internals, I removed the GT620, which I mentioned in my Area 51 video that the seller replaced. The seller replaced it because the computer came with dual 7870s, $300 cards each, and I paid $400 for the system. So $600 worth of graphics cards in a $400 system. I can pretty much guarantee that he took those out, as well as the SSD. And he replaced it with this little tiny 1 gigabyte $45 card that still has a VGA on it. Not modern at all. And I have like a whole stack of video cards in that drawer, along with like a motherboard and a CPU. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for this video. There's some other modes down here in Alien Control Center, but I'm not going to go into those. And here's my mouse. I just got this mouse a couple weeks ago, and okay, it's apparently updating AlienFX. And I have it set to breathing. Where is that? Breathing, right there. I think it's on breathing. I don't know, but it goes from a dark blue to a light blue, like slowly. And I was just thinking about this the other day. What was it? If I still had my Area 51 case, which is down here, I still have it. And I was using that with this setup, I would have had Alienware product from every generation except the pre-Predator 1 era of Alienware. So that's a product from Alienware Corp, which was before they were taken over by Dell. They used to be called Alienware Corporation. I have two products from Dell Takeover, which is the Aurora ALX and the Tactex keyboard. And then I have one post Dell Takeover, which is the mouse, which is the new design, the Triad design, with the Area 51 and all their new systems. Yes, just go ahead and show you guys for the video. Alienware. Yeah. 51. So this is the new design, post Dell's takeover. I mean, it's okay. I mean, I'm not personally a fan of it. I like more of the last gen, which is the Aurora ALX, and the pre-takeover, which is the Predator 1, Predator 2, Aurora 7500, Area 51 3 of 550 days. But that's just my opinion, because I think that the cases looked cooler, you know, with all the side fins on the Predator 1 and the active venting on the top of the Aurora. And my uncle actually has the Area 51 ALX, which is like this one, but it's a bit bigger, and also has active venting on the top. That thing's a monster. But unfortunately, I don't have any pictures of it, or else I'd show you guys. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So like this video if you liked it. You can dislike it if you disliked it. But yeah, that's pretty much it.